Now, if you look at question 3 on here, I did that in the radical section. All right, it's square both sides, so I'm not going to do that one again. I'm going to look for it. It's in the radical section, solving. I've got the cat up again. Solving radicals. You would square both sides. I think that one ended up factoring, actually. You could factor that. Again, one of the answers wouldn't work, because remember, you can't square root negatives and things like that. So go and look at that one in the radical section of the Chapter 7 material. Now, question 4. And I have to leave a bit of space for this one, because question 4... All right, it's going to be a big one. The cat's here. Okay, so if you remember this from the rational section, okay, a lot of this has been repeated. It's just that previously we just solved for linear, one answer. Now we're solving for quadratics, so 2 answers. So the idea behind this, if you remember, is to multiply everything by the lowest common denominator. Now, let's have a look at this. If I factor this on the right-hand side, it's a difference of squares. So it's x plus 3, x minus 3. So if you notice, we've already got this here, another x minus 3, x plus 3. So the lowest common denominator is the x plus 3, x minus 3. So I'm going to multiply everything, bit of a pain, by x plus 3, x minus 3. So x plus 3, x minus 3, next to a 5 over x minus 3. Now hopefully you'll see that the x minus 3's will cancel there. In fact, I won't do it just yet. Plus, okay, again, x plus 3, x minus 3. Remember, multiplying everything by the lowest common denominator. This has got an x here over x plus 3. And that equals, now I don't have space here, but it equals 20 over, well actually if you think about this one, if I multiply this one by x plus 3, so let's go here, and x minus 3, well this is the one, remember, all these will cancel actually. So actually it is just 20 on that right hand side. Okay, so what cancels here? The x minus 3's. What's left is a 5 with an x plus 3 next to it. Okay, plus what cancels here? The x plus 3's cancel. So I'm left with an x next to an x minus 3. Now everything cancels on the right nicely, so I'm just left with a 20. Okay, so that's all the hard bit done. Okay, distributive law, 5x plus 15 plus x squared, x times x, minus 3x, x times negative 3, equals 20. Cat. Okay, let's lump everything together. I'm going to have to kind of just, so there it is. So I have, let's go down here, okay. I have an x squared. What's 5x? Take away 3x, so that's 2x. Okay. Okay, the 15's okay where it is. I need to take away 20 from both sides. Remember, I'm putting everything onto the left-hand side. So take away 20 from this side. If I take away 20 from a 15, I'm left with negative 5. So that equals 0. Right. Oh dear. Okay, well unfortunately that's the quadratic equation formula. I could do it by completing the square. I'm going to do it by completing the square. Sick of the quadratic equation formula. Right, here we go. X squared plus 2x. The reason why I'm doing it by completing the square is there's a nice even number in the middle. Now remember this? I'll put the negative 5 on the other side. That's now positive 5. Okay? So, I'm completing the square. If you want to do the quadratic equation formula, you go ahead. Right, what's half of 2? That's 1. What's 1 squared? It's 1. So I'm going to add a 1 to both sides. Okay, I need to add a 1 to the right to balance that. Now remember, if I'm completing the square, what this means as a single parenthesis squared is x plus 1. On this side, I have 6. Okay, I'm just going to move this a little bit. Right, remember, Square root both sides. It is squared. If I square root, I get x plus 1. If I square root a 6, I get plus or minus square root of 6. I can't do anything more than that. If I now take away 1 from both sides, x equals negative 1 plus or minus root 6. Oh, what's the original question? Okay. Can I prove that one of those works or doesn't work? I think that's going to be okay. I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, there it is. Okay, so that's the answer to that one. So no, nothing nice, because I ended up with not a very nice quadratic that I had to solve. So again, quadratic equation formula or completing the square. So I know that previously we ended up with the nice answers for question. I'm just going back up again for this question 4. Okay, we might have done that in the rational section, but the x on top has kind of screwed things up a little bit. It's turned into an x squared, and that's just the way it is. There's no way I'm going to put those square root numbers back into here and try and solve it. So there we go. That's the answer. Where was it? I've lost the bloody old cursor now. Okay, here we go. So there it is. Okay, that was the answer. So I'll leave it, not do any more than that. That's the answer to question 4. Okay.